Hey guys, Eka here of Bike Riding Tales, and today I'm going to talk about the Restrap Frame Bag. So this is from the bike packing series, and I'll show you guys how to put this on the bike, and I'll also share a little bit of my experiences of using it and what I pack inside. So let's do this. Pretty straightforward. So when I first start, just want to make sure that it's loosely put on there, and then I'll tighten it up later. If you have external cables, just make sure that you are looping the Velcro straps here underneath, like so. So don't need to get them so tight first. Basically the first goal is to make sure that the general placement is correct. So there we go. I think I've got it in a spot that I like. So now, time to bring these straps at the down tube. So these are cam buckles. Let's just put them in there first. Make sure that they're all properly positioned. There we go. And then behind here there's a little rubber band, so you can basically tuck the straps in neatly. Alright, so we've got the down tube all done. Okay, so now, same thing. Got the one by the seat tube. So now we can start to tighten things up. There's also a little rubber band here. You can just loop that through so it stays. Alright, so now we can start to tighten this up. Just get the little Velcro underneath any cables like that. So this one's cool. I've got a breakaway frame, so there's a cable splitter here. And I just lift that. There we go. Nice and tight. And that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. I have the Restrap Frame Bag in size medium, which measures 40 cm front to back. So this is fitted to my Ritchie Cross breakaway frame. So my frame is a size S, and inside this triangle, this space here measures about 48. So it's a nice fit for a size M, a size medium frame bag. So you've got a little bit of space here, and then you're basically just using this little loop to get it fitted to the seat tube there. So everything is nice and tight. And as you can see, with this size, I also have a little bit of room at the bottom of the frame for my water bottles. So what's important here is I am using side loader cages. So these side loader cages are from Arundel. So side loader cages mean that it's very easy for me to take my water bottles and I can put it in by just putting it in the side like that. So your entry of the bottles into the cages is pretty tight. You don't need to, have additional distance to pull it up. You can actually just angle it in and then it goes in. So very useful if you have a slightly smaller frame like mine and you want to put a frame bag as well as water bottles inside. So if you're looking inside the bag, there's plenty of organization. So you actually have dividers on the side here where you can put small items, and then you've got the main compartment that basically takes up the most room, where you have plenty of space to store quite a lot of things. There is also a cable port that's just right under here that allows you to run a cable that goes out, and you can charge quite a number of things like your GPS head unit or lights. On the non-drive side of the frame bag, you also have a compartment. So this one's a slim document compartment, and it's a great spot for you to, put in your passport, other travel documents, ferry tickets and whatnot. So very convenient. So the next thing is, what do I carry in my frame bag? So on most trips, I have quite a few things. The most obvious one is a tool set that's pretty much got all my tools. So this is a pretty nice one from Silka. I also have sealant. So just in case, I had punctures, I'll have plenty of sealant that I'm carrying with me that I can put into my tires at any time. I also have a pump, and this one's a really nice little Lezyne pump. I also have a tiny pouch with charging cables in there, and you could have meds or supplements and whatnot, so I just have it organized in something like this. And obviously, I have a charger. So this is nice because there's actually a little cable port inside the bag, so you can actually run a cable that feeds through there and then it comes out, so you can charge your GPS head unit or your lights. And just in case, I have a spare tube if sealant doesn't work, or if the puncture is a bit too big, so at least I've got that. And there we have it. One thing to consider about a frame bag is basically clearance of your knees. So closest to the seat post, you're going to be, when you're riding, your knees are going to be somewhere around here. So I usually make sure to keep at least this side of the bag to be as slim as possible. So for me, I just have the tube be the only thing that sits at the rear, and that's pretty much it. So everything else that I have, just make sure that it goes on the side of the frame bag that is more forward. So that's just something I've discovered. So if you are sensitive and your knees tend to be on the narrower side, definitely want to make sure that this side of the frame bag is slimmed down. Okay, so now that you guys have seen what it's like to install this and the basic things about what I put inside, I'll talk a little bit about what I like about the bag. So in terms of materials, it's pretty hardy. There's been no rips. We've taken this to Japan. We've also done a local tour heading up to Langkawi. It's got dust and rain and all sorts of things just on it, so it's still in pretty good shape, and yeah, I like it. Alright, so dislikes, what I don't like about it, not too much, but there is one thing to be very mindful of. So remember the cable port that I was talking about? Here we go. So it's this spot here. So there was one day in Japan where the rain was just non-stop. It just kept going. And what happened was, this was basically against the tube. There was a lot of water that was coming in. So the rest of the bag, pretty waterproof. And even the zippers. It's like you'd think that water would be going through the zippers. No, the zippers were good. But where water did come in was through here. So when you're installing this, one of the things to really make sure is maybe you put a little bit of extra tape, something that basically seals this. So when it rains and you have cables going through, you want to make sure that this is sealed. So that's just something to be mindful of. That's a wrap. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Cyclist Wardrobe and Global Synergy Sports for letting us be product testers of Restrap. So we've had a really good time, and we put in quite a lot of hours on the bike. So just to be clear, we're not paid to do any of these things. This is basically our own honest opinion of what we think of these products, and I actually like this one, so maybe I'll keep it. We'll see. And yeah, with that, there's going to be a whole bunch more of other stuff that we're going to be testing out. So there will be more videos of reviews of things that we're using, things that we like, or observations that we have of things that work or didn't work. So with that, thank you so much. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and put in comments if you have more questions.